Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back, and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have a quick overview and disassembly to do today of the fourth of the 4 shielded knives that I received, and this one should be interesting. I'm going to give you guys a good look on the inside and see what it's all about, and it's actually a pretty good deal, so we'll see if it's worth what, it's going for, and I'll tell you all about that here in just a second. First, let's get inside here, and I'm going to use, what is this? This one is the Shieldon Bulbasaur, which has really good action. A big old leaf-shaped blade. You can go check out the video to this one. It's not been too long ago I reviewed this one and took it apart and showed you how it works. So let's get in here and check this one out. This one is the BOA. It's a Django design, D2, G10, and there's your blade length, the total length, and your weight and all that, and I'll get all that good stuff. And let's get in here and take a look. And this is, like I said, this is the 4th one. You can go check out the other 3, and I've been taking them all apart. And of course, I think this is the case with most folks that got these knives. They spoke with the designer, and he came from Kizer. He wanted to make sure everybody knew that their knives can be disassembled, which that's what I'm going to do anyway, right? So here is a look at the BOA, and it's got all kinds of goop on it. So let me get that off. All right, we got the goop off. So this is, I can see it kind of has the snake skin look, I guess is what they're going for with the BOA. Give you a little bit of the up-closey look there. But this knife right now is going for, it's like 41 bucks. And I have a 20% off discount code from Steven at Shieldon Knives. So this will end up running you $33 if this is something you're interested in. So it's a BOA, Django, and giving you a look-see. Looks like a T8. Look all the way around, pass through, you can see all the way through. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. There's your turtle stop, not internal, but your stop pin right there. And a little bit of jimping going on, a little bit of jimp. Let's take a look at the blade. Oh, big old blade. So it's a different Tanto. We have 1, 2. It's very different. I don't know that I've seen one that quite like this, but we'll see how, this second edge really worked for me on the Tanto blades. But let's go all the way down here, and there's 3 different versions of this. There's the black stonewash blade, and then there's the black titanium, and then the gray titanium nitride. And this is the black titanium nitride. BOA, and it is well lubed. Whoo! Woo! We are well lubed. But thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all my patrons. And thank you to all the channel members. I always have to tell you guys, thank you for making this channel what it is. You guys are what makes it possible for me to have fun doing this. Okay, so, all right. That's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I mean, 33 bucks. What do you think? Let's see. Let's go through everything. I'm going to go ahead and get the specs for you. I'll be right back with the Speckarooskies. Are you ready for specs in less than 60 seconds? Let's do it. So I weighed this bad boy, and it weighed 4.62 ounces. Your total length from tip to tip is 8¼ inches. You have a nice Tanto blade style with D2 blade, and this is a black titanium nitride coating. Your total blade length and your sharpen length is 3.8 inches. Your blade width here is just shy of an inch at 0.97. Your blade stock thickness is a hefty 137 thousandths. From this side to this side, and your thickness behind the edge was pretty consistent from 16 to 17 thousandths on both edges, so that's not too bad. It's kind of shorter, height-wise, so 16 to 17 thousandths is not going to be the sliciest thing in the world. Your handle material here is G10. Your handle length closed from tip to tip is 4.94 inches, and your closed width is 1.29 inches, and your handle thickness is 0.59 inches. This is Django design. I'm pretty sure that was well under a minute. So let's check out the fit and finish. Let's go down this bad boy. All right. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Looks pretty clean. The edge looks pretty nice. Looks uniform. Looks uniforma. There's your Shieldon logo. And this is a very interesting, so I'm going to give you guys texture vision. I'm all about that texture. Now look. If you look at this on camera, you're going to say, oh man, that has some good texture. That is all visual, because I'm telling you right now, it is, well, okay, all right, wait a minute. All of this part right here is slick in the middle, but this part right here actually is textured. Oh, very nice, very nice. I kind of like that. It gives you some traction. Well, how about that? Got a little bit of traction going on. So it's textured there. And you can see the bumpage going on. We have texture on this side and this side. All right, okay, that's pretty cool, pretty cool. It's nice and solid, no up and down, no left and right, blade play, lock rock, or any of those things. So here's this side, going from one end to the other. There's your boa. It's the boa, Django design. And this side pretty much looks the same. You have that texture. This is pretty cool. That raised business going on right there. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby. So, pocket clip. Are we reversible? We are not. It does not have a reversible pocket clip, and it looks like you're going to have a lot hanging out of your pocket when you have it in your pocket, which I'll go ahead and show you right now. Let's see what it looks like in the pocket. All right, so you're going to have that much knife sticking out. Some people, that doesn't matter. Some people, it does. If you're working using this, you know, it's, what I say, 33 bucks as a work knife around the yard. Easy to get out in and out of the pocket like that. So that's something to consider, but that's what it looks like. And it's pretty comfortable going in and out of the pocket. Let's see what kind of lockup we've got going on here. All right, so the lockup looks pretty good. I'd say we're about, what, 40, 50%? Yeah, the lockup's not bad at all. Not bad at all. And, hey, that's something I always like. I like a nice pass-through, and it's comfortable. Okay, all right. Some points were just added. We just got to drop shut. But we have a nice pass-through, and it's comfortable. It's comfortable. Easy to disengage. I like that. Appreciate that. Got some points. We'll see all what's on the inside in here in just a minute when I take it apart. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And it's nice and smooth. Let's see how she cuts a piece of paper. So we've got this dual grind going on. I wonder how the front of it is. Okay, that's not... Ooh, that's actually doing a pretty good job. How about back here? And not too bad. Not too bad. It's a little rough. The cut is just a tad rough, but it's doing the job. All right, we're going to see what it is thickness-wise up against a couple knives. I got a white background here to help you guys out a little bit. So here's the Spyderco Delica 4, way thinner. Here is the Ontario Rat version 1, so that's more in the ballpark. And here's the Spyderco Tenacious. You can see it's a pretty thick knife. Got a thick one. It's a thick boy. And here is the Kubey Carve. Kubey Carve is pretty close. It's kind of in the ballpark. Kind of in the ballpark. Here's the Kizer Sheepdog. Full size, non-flipper. Now we're talking. Now we're just about there. But right here, it's pretty wide. Pretty wide in the pivot. And here's the Kizer Yan. I'm going to compare it with this one. I'm really curious how this one's going to look. All right, so here is the Ontario Rat. And while I'm thinking about it, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. There is a ton of knife content on Beez Blades, and we got some awesome stuff coming up. Oh my gosh. And we have awesome giveaways every Friday night. And every Friday, Beez Blades Live. Live in the Hive. All right. 8:15 to 11:15 or later p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Don't miss it. We have a lot of fun. And all the patrons and the channel members, we have a special giveaway for them too. Come check it out. So here's the Spyderco Tenacious. And yeah, I had to do a little house cleaning there. Hit the bell button. Hit the subscribe button. All that good stuff, right? And don't forget to comment after the video. But that gives you an idea if you have an Ontario Rat of the size. And here's the Kizer Sheepdog, full size, non-flipper. No flipping action going on there. No flipper action. And here is the Spyderco Delica 4. So you can see it's a long knife. It's a long one. And here's the Kizer Yan. I figured this one would be closer. There we go. Now we're in the ballpark. This is a long, full-size knife. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And there's the Kubey Carve. A little bit of carve going on. Let's check out deployment, fidget factor, and ergos real fast. Are you ready? So, ways of deployment. It looks like you have a nice thumb hole here and a flipper tab. Let's see what the push button does on it. Okay, pretty quick. You know, I was noticing this tanto is just kind of long and drawn out. That's why it looks so different. So, like, if you look at the Kubey Carve, that's what I'm noticing. Instead of having an abrupt whoop, this one's just drawn out. It's like a drawn out tanto. That's what I'm noticing here. And looks like it's going to be good for doing utility cuts. But yeah, little squirrel moment there. But here's your flipper. There's your light switch. And ooh, it's just about dropped shutty. Let's see. Yeah, it dropped shut. Watch that. Ooh, that's pretty nice. You get. Ooh, that's nice. Nice action. How about the reverse flick? Yep, without a doubt. Got a reverse flick. So we're just barely over 30 bucks, and we've got multiple deployment. How about the thumb? Oh, yeah. So we have multiple deployment options. It definitely, fidget factor is high with this one. The fidget factor is high with this one. And that it's dropping shut right already. We're going to take it apart. I mean, it can't improve a whole lot. So the action is good. This is the best action. No, it's not. I'd have to say that the Bulbasaur has a little bit better action. You guys go check out the video on the Bulbasaur. That one is really cool. It's got some awesome action. I was looking around. I was like, where is it? It's that one. This one just, whoo. Go check out the video on that bad boy. How about ergos? My hand from here to here is 4 inches. From here to here is 3.5. From the base of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. So there's holding it. And let's see. Has pretty neutral ergos. It's not, okay, all right. I'm not really getting many hot spots or at all. The pocket clip, I'm feeling the pocket clip just a little bit. And there's a close-up look at your pocket clip. It's pretty simple design. I don't know. It's not weak. It's not strong. I think it's just as basic as it gets for a pocket clip. It's kind of far down there. You have plenty in the winter. If you're wearing gloves, this would be great for pulling it out of your pocket because you've got some sticking out. So that could be a plus for a lot of folks having a little bit of pocket, a little bit of clippage. But there's a big old lanyard hole too going on. So you can tie a rope to that puppy. But it's pretty comfortable. Really no hot spots to speak of. What kind of choil we have going on here? Not much of a sharpening choil. You can see it pretty much starts at the plunge grind. So you're going to get a smile pretty quickly when you sharpen it. There's your D2 mark for your D2 blade steel. But fidgetability is good. Ergos are pretty comfortable. I think it's going to be really good for utility cutting. Your point goes right to the floor, right to the ground. So I think all in all, not for the price, I think already, I mean, it's gonna be a good deal. But you guys, if you haven't checked them out, go check out all my other videos of the knives in the $30 price range. It's unbelievable. So let's get over and take this puppy apart. Okay, we're back, guys. So if you haven't seen one of my disassemblies, I definitely recommend you get you a Weehaw bit set or something nicer, even nicer. But I'm telling you what, don't go through 3, 4, 5 different sets of bits, stripping your bits because you're trying to go cheaper. Just get you a Weehaw bit set. I learned my mistake time after time, and finally I'm like, well, all the knife guys are saying get a Weehaw bit set, so I got a Weehaw bit set. So the link there's a link in an affiliate link in the description. If you want to go follow that, takes you to Amazon right to it. Just make sure if you want to get the right one, get the one that starts with a T5. If you get the other one, you'll get a whole set of ones you can't even use for knives. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out a T8, and there's a T5. Where's my T6? I've got them all mixed up. There we go. There's a T6. I knew it was going to be in there. All right. And something else about this is you can use this as a bit driver. So you can do that. And then another is this Weehaw stubby bit driver is really good for breaking screws free. Definitely. And I got somebody else I didn't need here. Which one is it? There we go. Okay. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys hanging out, and I've got a lot of positive feedback with the disassemblies. So, you know, you guys are just like me. You want to see what's inside. You want to see what's in there. So let's see if we can take this off, or we're going to have a spinning pivot. And if you look, I want to make sure that I don't have a... Is it going to unscrew? So this side is just completely spinning. This side isn't. So are we, oh, I guess we're loosening up. Nope. We have a spinning pivot. So that means, and I already have one over here ready just in case. Because I dealt with that with my last shielded knives, is I had to use one on each side to unscrew the pivot. Which I don't really appreciate having to do that. Because it's not the easiest thing in the world. So you make a D-shaped pivot. That's all I can say. Can see what I'm dealing with here? And I'm sure there's easier ways, and I know there's some different things you can buy. But I really prefer not have to do this to take a knife apart. And I'm making this look a lot more difficult than it has to be. Okay, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to hold it up here. All right, there we go. The struggle is real. There we go. Now it's coming out. How many ways can you improperly hold it to take it apart? But see, that's just, you know, Shieldon Knives, they said they're all about it, and they want to know what can we do to improve our knives. Well, right there is something that I've said on one or two of the other ones, is make a D-shaped pivot so the pivot doesn't spin. And here's a T6. We'll see if we can take them all off from one side. We'll see how that goes. Okay, now that was easy. I like that. I like that. I like it when it comes apart easy. And I got this fancy driver. I can't remember. It's one of the big online retailers. This is a CRKT driver. You can spend as much money as you want on a fancy driver. I can tell you that. I do like the ones that spin. Definitely. Definitely do. All right. It's going to come apart. Seriously? We're going to have to take the pocket clip off? Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. Nope. There we go. Okay, so it's pretty clean inside. It's actually pretty clean. It is quite lubed. Let's get this lube off and we'll put our own lubey doob on there. Show you the ball bearing and the pivot and all that good stuff here. I'm going to clean it off. I'm going to use some alcohol to clean it off. Those are really nice slickery ones. Are these? Those look ceramic. Let's check. We have the super duper magnet. Ceramic ball bearings. Well, how about that? Definitely ceramic. Wow. So that's probably another reason why it's so smooth. I'm going to get a little bit of alcohol here. A little bit of alcohol. So I'm just going to clean it off. It's not really, it doesn't look dirty. We'll see. We'll let the alcohol decide. Oh, yeah, it's pretty impressive. Very impressive, Mr. Ventura. Let's get that one off of there. Take the pivot out. Take the pivot out. So this pivot, let's see, is it shaped the same on both sides? I'll give you some contrast here. It looks like it kind of has a flat side. So I'm going to put the flat side towards the blade because that's how it was. No, it wasn't. The round side was. So that's how I'm going to put it back. Now, where did my other little... There it is. There it is. I thought I lost a washer there for a minute. Just going to clean them off. Pretty simple. Not a whole lot to it. It's not really that dirty. It's pretty clean compared to some of the knives that I clean when I take apart. Yeah, pretty darn clean. But there's, you see, you got some milling going on for a little bit of weight reduction. Right there and right there. Right there and right there. Clean the pivot off a little bit. But yeah, pretty simple design. See, this is the thing that could be a great improvement. If they made a D-shaped pivot, that would be very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see. All right, you can see that the pivot collar is still on there. I'm just going to leave it on there for good measure. And there's pretty simple design going on. I'm going to use some KPL knife pivot lube. I have a link in the description right down below. There's a link to KPL knife pivot lube and KPL heavy that we're going to use. We're going to put 1 drop of this in the detent ramp or in the detent hole. But I'm going to put a little bit of KPL on here. A little bit of looby doob action. Make sure we're focused. Put a little droppage on this side. A little drop on the other side. And then they also have these little swabs that you can use to clean your knife out with. And if you guys have watched my videos, you already know I like to use these just because they're fun. I like using little tools. And put some all the way around the pivot. Yeah. A little bit of lubage action. So we got some all around the pivot. Okay, now I'm going to put just a little bit going all the way around on both sides. Little dab will do you. Trust me, a little dab will do you. And then right here in the detent hole, I'm going to put 1 drop of KPL heavy. Whoop. 1 droppage and then make a little trail. It's just what I do. I'm no professional or anything, and it's probably used too much, but hey, what the heck? What the heck? Put that dude on there. So this one is really easy to take apart, really easy to clean. Put a drop over here, drop over here. I bet this thing, I mean, it was already drop shutty. And now that we've cleaned it, it seems like there's something magical about cleaning them. When you put them back together, you're like, what did I do? What just happened? It just got better. But I have to say, for the price point, you know, especially with that discount code for 20% off, I mean, 33 bucks? So, looks like it went, I mean, that's how simple, that's how easy. And question is it going to center up once we get it all tightened up? We shall find out. And you know, the only thing I didn't do was make sure I was putting those caged ball bearings back in the exact same direction. But we'll find out if that makes any difference or not. And the Weehaw bits and this bit driver are magnetized, which is very nice. Just screw that puppy in. I'm going to get that started and then get my little dude started. I'm not going to tighten these down. If you've watched, you already know I don't tighten these down until I get the pivot tightened down. That's just a method that works for me. But so far, so good. Does that mean we're going to hit a snag? Does that mean it's going to be impossible to get centered up? Oh, no. We'll find out. Oh, no. We are about to find out. So I'm going to tighten this dude down. Let's see which side. Okay, it's wanting to go towards the show side. So I'm going to open it halfway, push towards the show side, and then tighten it all the way down. Let's see if I'll be able to without it spinning all over creation. That actually let me tighten it a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to have to do the whole double side thing. Hold it up here. All right. Let's do that. I'm holding it with that one. Now I'm tightening it down. I'm kind of cranking it down. So that centered it up, definitely. Look at that. Would y'all look at it? Just look at it. Now let's tighten up the scales. And we didn't have to take the pocket clip off. So now I'm going to tighten the scale. Just finger tight, not cranking it. And I recommend, if you don't take your knives all apart and you do all the time, and you don't check them all the time, get you some thread locker. I have a link in the description to some of this stuff, or go get it wherever you want. Make sure you get removable. Make sure you get the blue and it's removable. Whatever brand you get, just make sure it's removable and not the permanent or the red Loctite, because you will regret it if you ever want to try to take your knife apart again. All right, so are we centered? Yes, we're centered. How's the action? So, wow. I mean, I cranked it all the way down, and it's pretty good. But I'm going to back it out just a little bit since we can. Since we have some room, some breathing room. Can I do it? Oh, I've got it cranked so hard it's going to take a... Wow, I might not need to. All right, so this is pretty impressive. Guys and gals, for it being cranked all the way tight, it is still pretty much drop shutty. You hear that sound? That's something that'll break in. But yeah, it's drop shutty and it's cranked. Tightened all the way down. So let's go back to the other screen. So there you have it, guys. I mean, I cranked it all the way down. You saw how easy it was to disassemble and reassemble. And I tightened the pivot all the way down. And this shows you that's impressive. When you have action like that and it's centered, you can see it's centered. That's pretty impressive. For 33 bucks, definitely, I'd recommend it. It has a unique blade shape, tanto. It's like a stretched out tanto. D2 blade steel. The action, the ergos are good. The pocket clip may be iffy depending on who you are, but man, I'm a sucker for action and fidgetability. Can I flick it with my left hand? Of course. Yeah. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think about it. Give me some comments. You like it? What do you think? Is it worth it? Is it a good beater knife? One to throw in the truck, one to throw in the toolbox, tackle box? I'm curious. But remember to live life in the present. Keep a Band-Aid handy. And don't cut yourself.